Hey guys, hoping all is well with everybody. In this video, we are going to be continuing the read-along of the 7th level by Jody Feldman. And in this video, we're going to be starting with Chapter 19. So, as always guys, I'll be showing you any pictures as we come across them, but definitely feel free to follow along. Chapter 19. I spend most of Spanish getting whiplash, turning away every time Randall glances at me. He even smiles once, which is totally creepy. Do I really want to be in the legend if he's in it too? Stupid thought. I'd pay every cent I ever have to get in, even for bubblegum. I get home and nearly wipe out my train bank, seal the money in an envelope, stash it in my backpack, ready to dash to the store after baseball tomorrow. Alone. Before practice, I tell Coach and Maddie and Kip I have a doctor's appointment and skip out 2 minutes early. I buy the gum, bring it home, and then I check the school phone book, which I forgot to do last night. Curie! I could have bought 3 bags less! I should start my homework, but I spread the 10 packages of gum around me and stare. What do I do with it? Throw pieces around the cafeteria so it looks like a gum factory exploded? Dump whole bags at the cafeteria doors? Hand it out as the 6th graders come to lunch? No, no, and no. In the first case, a cafeteria adult would clean it up before anyone gets a piece. In the second, someone would hog all the bags. In the third, I'd be totally exposed. I try to ignore my stomach, which is rippling like the time in soccer when I took the pass from Katie, dribbled the ball downfield, and shot the winning score with 30 seconds left in the game. But not. This isn't nervous excitement. It's more like something's wrong. Something more than figuring out the gum delivery system. I think my gut's telling me I'm getting 2 sets of instructions. Questions attack my brain like nails to a magnet. Question. Why would they suddenly start signing their instructions from the legend? Answer. In case we're getting frustrated, we know for sure it's worth it. Question. Why are there 2 different kinds of envelopes? Answer. They don't have enough of the shiny kind. Answer number 2. They use different kinds for different reasons. Question. Why would the legend want to include anyone like the oaf? Answer. They wouldn't. The shiny envelopes aren't from the legend. Answer number 2. Things aren't always as they appear, and Randall just appears to be an oaf. Question. If they're from 2 groups, which envelopes are real? Answer. No answer. Question. If they're both from the legend, what happens if I don't do everything they ask? Answer. I wouldn't be that stupid. End of questions. What's the harm in being the gum fairy? The 6th graders will love it. Besides, the legend's special because it's sneaky and surprising. I mean, who'd predict they'd pick me to... Blump, blump. Come in, I say automatically. My dad looks down at me sitting inside the semicircle of packages. He doesn't say anything, just raises his right eyebrow. It's something I have to do for school. Right, he says. You have to build Bubblegum Mountain? It's not like that. Travis, I've heard that line before. How can I prove it without breaking... Wait. You signed a permission slip with a mess of rules. Or Mom did when you were in Japan. It's part of that. Okay, he says, but where did you get all that gum? I robbed a bank. I show him my almost empty train bank. My dad opens his mouth to say something, but closes it before any words come out. This can't be good. He goes out the door, and without looking back, he says, I came in to tell you it's dinner time. He turns towards his bedroom. I don't follow him. Maybe he needs time to get unangry about whatever he thinks I did. I go to the kitchen, but he's only 5 seconds behind me. He hands me a $20 bill. I should take it and say thank you, then nothing else, but I forget to make sure my mouth's in on that plan. What's this for? Yeah, says my mom. What's that for? For Travis going above and beyond and taking responsibility. He tells my mom about the gum, then gives me extra points for being secretive and following about 4 more rules. He gushes so much I hate to tell him the money doesn't quite cover the cost of the gum. I didn't expect a cent, so it's all a bonus. But I'd rather trade it for a way to dump the bubble gum. which, after dinner, is staring at me so much I can't do my homework. I stash it into 2 grocery bags, but then I stare at those. I've got to get out of here. I go downstairs and hear my mom in the kitchen. She has the oil, flour, and sugar out and is reaching for the measuring cups. I go into the freezer where we store the poppy seeds. "While you're in there," she says, "get out the eggs and a lemon." "A lemon? Moon cookies aren't lemony." "Maybe not, but there's another taste we keep missing, so I thought I'd try lemon juice." I understand the point in trying stuff, especially now with the puzzles and gum and everything. I put the eggs and lemon on the counter and open the cabinet to get the salt and baking powder. "These cookies are like a great big puzzle to you, aren't they?" "That's that, but there's more." She measures out the flour. "My mother made moon cookies. My grandmother made moon cookies. My great-grandmother made moon cookies. And who knows how far back it goes? If we stop trying, who else will keep the recipe alive?" She dumps the flour into the mixing bowl. "There are some traditions worth preserving. What better than cookies?" "What better? The legend." I know what to do with the bubble gum. Chapter 20. I run upstairs and write a message on notebook paper. Then I shred it. After naming me king of responsibility at dinner, my parents have to let me on the computer. "I promise," I say to my mom. She's cutting out the cookie circles. "It'll take me 5 minutes, 10 at most. And it's for school." 30 seconds later, I'm on the computer. Within 5 minutes, I'm printing what I need. I think about finding some fun websites real fast, but if being good gave me $20 and a few minutes on the computer unsupervised, I can't wait 5 days, when my 2 weeks are up. I put the printed paper into the gum bag and head to the kitchen. "I need to borrow the tape," I say to my dad, who's in the den. "I'll bring it back after school tomorrow." "Done with the computer already?" "Yep, that's my boy." Those good feelings keep me calm all night, but I squirm so much in my chair during English, Mrs. Scrive comes up and asks if I need to use the bathroom. What does she think I am, 3 years old and just out of diapers? I have 4 more minutes before I need to get this bubblegum drop started. Maybe it's a good thing I keep squirming, because by the time I claim the bathroom pass, I think Miss Scrive is relieved I didn't, relieve myself in class. I throw the cord of the pass around my neck and speed walk to my locker where, score! There's a new, shiny envelope. It's too complicated to deal with 2 sets of instructions at once, so I grab only the plastic grocery bags, then have the gum, the roll of tape, and the printed sheet of paper. I take off the bathroom pass and shove it inside my knee pocket, but then pull out the hall pass Mrs. Pinchon gave me on the toilet paper flood day when I was late for lunch. If anyone stops me and studies hard enough to see that the time and date are wrong, I'll figure something out. I look at the clock down the hall. 6 minutes until the bell rings for 6th grade lunch. Perfect. If I get there early, some teacher or other adult will find the gum before the kids do. If I get there too late, some kid'll see me put the gum there. It's Friday lunch shuffle, and the table assignments are posted on every cafeteria door. That means kids will actually read signs there. I dump the individual bags of bubble gum outside of their plastic grocery bags so they're blocking one of the doors. Then I tape my sign next to the table assignments. It's Legend Gum Day. To the first person who finds the gum by the door, it's your responsibility to make sure every 6th grader gets a piece of gum at lunch. If you do not follow these instructions, you might get banned from every Legend event forever. Figure out a way to make this happen, and we will remember you helped carry on our tradition. Become legendary. And here's a picture of the note. There we go. If that doesn't work, nothing will. I stuff the tape into my pocket and the grocery bags into the trash can and pick up speed to get out of there before the bell rings. I take a right, head halfway up to the nearest staircase, and bump straight into Mr. Mackenzie. "Sorry," I say. "Back at you," he says, but then he points down the stairs. "The cafeteria is that way." "I have to." "Wait, you're in 7th grade." I flash the old pass at him, and before I pull it down, he swipes it from my hand and dangles it over his head. I'm thinking if I look at this, something will be fishy. "I swear, Mr. Mackenzie," I say, "I'm where I'm supposed to be, but I will get into trouble if I'm not back in class before the bell rings. 3 minutes." He doesn't move for 83 years. Then he lowers the pass. "Be good." "I will." I race up the stairs down the hall and get the shiver down my back, feeling a little guilty about lying and also about using the legend name in my note, but none of it's for evil. 30 more seconds and I'll be back in class and er, 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 er. Fire alarm. Where am I? Where's the nearest exit? That way. I push open the door, shove the old pass haul into my pocket, hang the bathroom pass around my neck, and find my class outside. I breathe in. No fire smell. I try again. Nothing. False alarm? The good news, everyone's safe. The bad news, Johnny Flood's in trouble again. It takes only 15 minutes before they figure out it was a prank. It'll take longer than that to clear my name. When my next class lets out, every voice in my head yells at me to go straight to the cafeteria and blend in, but my legs move me to Mrs. Pinchon's door. I knock on the glass. "Don't tell me," she says before I get all the way inside. "You were passing the fire alarm and your shirt got caught on it, wouldn't let go, and accidentally pulled the lever." "No, I'm here because you'd call me in anyway, and I didn't want to go through the humiliation of being pulled out of class. I also came to remind you that things aren't always as they appear, and that I didn't do it, even though I had the opportunity." She rests her chin on the points of her fingers. "You had the opportunity." I nod. "I had the bathroom pass, so I wasn't in class when the fire alarm went off." "And who's your teacher?" "Miss Scrive." "The same Miss Scrive whose classroom is not near the second floor bathroom where Mr. Mackenzie saw you?" "Travis," she says, "they know which alarm was pulled." I slump into her chair and shake my head. Just because I didn't go to the nearest bathroom doesn't mean I did it. If I did, would I be here? Besides, why would I do it when I know I'd get kicked out of life like the next time I do something bad? I may not be as smart as a lot of people, but I'm not stupid either. Mrs. Pinchon ekes out a piece of a smile. "No, you're definitely not stupid. At least that's something. Now if she'd only quit staring at me." "Before I excuse you," she says, finally glancing away, "I'm curious. Do you know anything about bubblegum in the cafeteria?" "Uh-oh. What would a normal kid say? There's bubblegum for lunch?" "No." She twirls her mirror ball. "Someone claiming to be from the legend brought in gum for the 6th graders. Though with the fire alarm, it wasn't all handed out. Not my fault, but I can't worry about that now. I need to worry about my next normal kid line." "Someone from the legend? Who?" "It doesn't matter who." I smile. "That's okay. I'll find out at lunch." Which, you'll also find, is mostly in the gym for 7th graders. We need to give the 6th graders time to buy and eat their lunches, she says, putting on a very serious face. "And you know what that means, don't you, Mr. Raines?" I shake my head. "We'll need to pay the janitorial staff overtime to get all the crumbs and grease and sticky jelly bits off the gym floor." I think about Mr. Mackenzie and his expensive car and the extra money he'll get from the overtime, and the missing soap, and him snitching on me being in that part of the building. Did he pull the fire alarm? And if he did, why would he want to frame me? And that is where I will end the video there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and in our next video we will be continuing the read along of the 7th level, and we'll be starting with chapter 21. But as always, guys, please take good care of yourselves, and I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching.